I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking nothing from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a do it, Mr. Knew I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking out with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new it in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heaven and then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it comes your way next.
It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go, Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their fifth-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. At the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Our first carry for the rookie from Georgia, it's James Cook. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 27, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go right back to Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That's usually the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. James Cook from 3 yards out. And the Bills put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play a leverage game here. Offensive line just got lowered in the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Gets around him. And some room to work. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. 1st down. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7. 3rd and goal. Burrow will throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least they will break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this 1st half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of the 1st as he's tackled at the 47. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Paid for this?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 39, Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Allen working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Allen now looks to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. This is caught. It's Boyd. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
right, Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jet sweep, Boyd with it, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Here we go. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So after the INT, it's Allen. That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Option play. Here's Cook.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They run here with Singletary. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now in Cincinnati. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any time.
And Cook will get in for a Bills touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was the rookie James Cook who took it in to finish the drive. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way in.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? Yes, they'll use motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. The 40. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 88 yards. And the Bills have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. To the air again, Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And they're going to speed things up here. From midfield now, Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
I'm one, ready?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
11 mighty. Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd down, Burrow. And now here is another Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick.
And the Bills are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Right back to Singletary on second down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. A short kick taken at the 18. And
I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running street, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just rub the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just underscoring them, boy, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with the bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm turning my vision.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the...
we are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. We can see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen. Now the fourth-year running back, this is Devin Singletary.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. Touchdown, Bills. Isaiah McKenzie. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati's offense takes the field and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year. A man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Mixon running wide side. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Burrow will throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. 4 yards and a touchdown drive. The Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the squad. And the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue. Down to really getting into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Bengals had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills offense and Josh Allen heading back out again. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. That's good for 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To the air. Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that one. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. And Burrow going to throw again. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
On third down, Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Here we go.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. In a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence coming to the NFL. Quarterback run game on fourth down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more. Saw it there. Did not work out. Turnover on downs. Right back to Singletary on second down. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So a touchdown apiece. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion for us there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts. I don't care what level of football you played. This one wasn't universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
Stop.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on second and long.
Burrow and connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. Dances by him. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they scored a little bit. Once they found the opening, they expect them to complete to that more and more as this game develops.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Left side, Cook. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They run the counter with Cook. Ooh, the juke. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Allen going to try and keep it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Slant pass to Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From midfield now, Burrow. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Bills have recovered.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. Reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
First down, Bill.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the handoff, it's Singletary. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And it's good. He got it. He missed his lone attempt earlier, but he connects when it matters most. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close